Proposals for the redevelopment of Old City Hall are being accepted. The Port of Tacoma is celebrating 100 years, and these trash cans have big bellies. All that and more on this edition of Tacoma Report. Hello and welcome to this edition of Tacoma Report. I'm Angie Foster. Laura Proctor is off this week. The Tacoma Police Department recently solved two high-profile cold cases that shook the community more than 32 years ago. At separate news conferences in May and June, the department announced arrests in the 1986 child murder cases of Jennifer Bastian and Michelle Welch. This was welcome news to the families of both girls, as well as many residents who watched the live news conference on the department's Facebook page and on TV Tacoma. Police Chief Donald Ramsdale had a message for anyone who would do harm to the people of Tacoma.
I think I'll start out with a message to those who do harm to the members and great citizens of Tacoma. If you think you can run, you're wrong. If you think you can hide, you're wrong. If you think that the Tacoma Police Department is going to give up, you're wrong. The Tacoma Police Department will never give up. Our priority is public safety. Our priority is bringing justice to victims of crimes and their families. Chief
Ramsdale credited the many detectives who worked these cases over the years and called attention to good old-fashioned detective work, coupled with advancements in DNA technology. To view the entire news conference, visit the police department's Facebook page. The city recently created a new way for residents to see the status of reported encampments in the city of Tacoma. The encampment map shows the action the city has taken to address concerns these have created. Each entry includes a description of what has been done, who owns the property, and all of the reports for a specific location.
One of the most important pieces is having the hands-on ability to look around and see the whole city, or to zoom in and see just the specific things that you're looking for: public businesses, private residences. The other important part of it is that it's completely transparent.
The map can be viewed by going to cityoftacoma.org/encampments. Storytelling and placemaking art techniques are being used to help reduce social distancing between people who are homed and those who are experiencing homelessness. The city hired its first artist in residence last December. The Office of Arts and Cultural Vitality partnered with Neighborhood and Community Services to start the Artist in Residence program.
So we're really excited about this innovative new program, and we're particularly excited about the artists actually starting to get out into the community and create some of these moments for conversation. This is a huge issue, and we all need to be talking about it as a community, so that's something we think the arts can really help provoke.
The first project, In Our Backyard, kicks off later this month with 5 community events. Find out more online. More medicine kiosk drop-off boxes are popping up around Tacoma and Pierce County. The secure medicine return kiosk makes it more convenient to clean out your medicine cabinet. By getting out old medications of your home, you prevent access to opioids and other addictive drugs, potential accidental poisonings, and harm to our water, soil, and wildlife when improperly disposed of by flushing or throwing in the garbage. The Tacoma Pierce County Health Department and Med Projects is working in partnership to expand the program to include kiosks at pharmacies and hospitals, in addition to law enforcement offices. Med Project also has a postage paid mailers program available for people who can't make it to a kiosk. To get a free mailer and to see the growing list of drop-off locations, go to the Med Project website. When we come back from the break, we'll find out who is leading the city's economic development efforts. After an extensive search for Tacoma's next Community and Economic Development Director, the Tacoma City Council recently confirmed the appointment of Jeff Robinson to the position. Mr. Robinson served for the last 10 years as Community and Economic Development Director for the City of SeaTac, and before that, he held the same position for the Martin Luther King Housing Development Association. The city's Economic Development Department is continuing to look for a partner to redevelop the iconic old City Hall building. Recently, developers had an opportunity to tour Old City Hall after the city issued a request for proposal for the historic structure.
Within the last several years, Tacoma has enjoyed an economic resurgence after the recession, and we are so excited to put the RFP out for Old City Hall to capitalize on the momentum that we have. People are discovering more about Tacoma and its vibrancy, its opportunity for new housing and new commercial opportunities, new restaurants and retail services, as well as almost 4 million square feet of new industrial development that we've not seen in a very, very long time. So this is an opportune time for people to rediscover Tacoma's downtown.
The city envisions a high-quality development that will contribute to the vitality of the district. Proposals are due by 5 p.m. on July 31st. For the rest of summer, expect some detours and a traffic closure if you use the Murray Morgan Bridge to travel between downtown Tacoma and the Port of Tacoma. Tacoma Power will be working on the bridge over the next few months to provide additional electrical capacity and reliability to Tacoma's Central Business District and support the Fosk Waterway revitalization along Dock Street. Crews will be reinforcing the superstructure, improving worker safety systems, and pulling high-voltage cable across the top of the bridge span. This is to connect a substation on the north side of the waterway to the downtown's underground electrical system. Work begins this month, and the bridge closure will run until mid-August. The bridge will reopen during the Maritime Fest on the weekends of July 27th. One lane will open for traffic starting around August 18th until the project wraps up in September. The Port of Tacoma supports over 29,000 jobs and over $3 billion in economic activity. This economic hub is celebrating its 100th anniversary with a series of events beginning this summer. Things kick off on July 28th at Maritime Fest and continue for the next 100 days, culminating with a special celebration on the founding day, November 5th. Along with the many activities, you can also become involved by adding your personal stories and photos to the Port's historic timeline. To learn more and to share your Port memories, visit them online or follow them on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. On July 28th, over 92 canoes representing coastal tribes and nations from across Washington and British Columbia will come together on the Hylabus Waterway during the culmination of a journey that many have taken over a week to complete. Hosted by the Puyallup Tribe of Indians, Canoe Journey 2018 celebration of culture and heart brings people together from all over the Northwest. To learn more about the event and week of activities, visit paddletopuyallup.org. Next up, we'll find out about construction on East 25th Street and get the latest stats on the services requested to Tacoma 311. Don't miss it. A construction project on East 25th near East G Street is approaching the halfway mark. Stacy Ellifrit has more on this project that's bringing a uniform look to the area that visitors are sure to notice.
The Dome Business District is buzzing with change as construction projects are going on in the neighborhood. One such project, put on by the city, is taking place now and is scheduled to wrap up in August.
This is a continuation of the work that WashDOT started on the west end of Freight House Square. It's going to be new curb and gutter, sidewalks, and asphalt from the center of this street to the bottom down by G Street.
The project also installed storm system upgrades and is adding improvements to sidewalks, parking, landscaping, associated restoration, and street amenities.
So when we complete the project, we're going to have wider sidewalks that will be ADA compliant from top to bottom. We're going to have new filter vaults that help clean the water before it gets to Puget Sound. And we're reusing the existing tree pit from the Dome District, the castings that were around the original trees. We're going to put those back into the tree pits from this area. So a little history goes back into the program.
While construction is taking place, businesses in the area want you to know that they're open, especially the newly renamed Freight House Station Marketplace, formerly known as Freight House Square.
We're still open. We're open. The building is open from 10 to 7. Businesses inside have their own hours, so each business is individual. Parking, we have the one up the street by Olive Branch. There's the parking lot up there that can get full at times, but we have the parking garages across the street from us. It doesn't cost to park there, it's free parking.
This unique environment holds shops and a food court. If you're planning to visit during construction, be sure to check out store hours or call ahead to know what's going on before you head out the door.
Hopefully the changes are good. We just need to figure out a way to get people down here. Come on down, we're still open in here and trying to thrive with all our small businesses.
For Tacoma Report, I'm Stacey Ellifred.
To view a full listing of capital projects going on around Tacoma, visit the city site. More than 257,000 service requests have been completed since the city's Tacoma First 311 Customer Support Center opened in 2018. The center continues to adapt to meet Tacoma's evolving needs. Assistant City Manager Tad Willey, the senior level executive at the city who's responsible for overseeing it, recently dropped in, rolled up his sleeves to join its front counter staff, and personally handled some calls at the very busy one-stop shop for city services on the second floor of the municipal building. The center offers a concierge feel in the way of reception, face-to-face interaction, 311 telephone support, online resources, and mobile app connectivity. To learn more, go to cityoftacoma.org/customer support center. If you camp at any of Tacoma Power's parks at its scenic hydro projects, you've probably met a campground host. Campground hosts serve as a liaison between campers and park staff, answering questions and keeping an eye on things. At the Mossy Rock Park Campground in Lewis County, Pat and Sherry Kermati have been hosting for 12 summers. They've been camping here nearly every weekend of the whole summer for the past 35 years, right after the park opened. Both stay busy, pitching in to staff the entrance station, cleaning campsites, or fixing picnic tables, but they are packing it in this year. Park staff says the Kermatis have been invaluable and will be missed.
He's on the go all the time, and he loves to have his projects. I've got picnic tables. He's been maintaining my picnic tables for I don't know how many years. He loves to get on that tractor and just keep busy.
I don't like to sit idle. It drives me nuts. And as my wife would say, that's not a long trip. But we enjoy it up here. We enjoy helping out. Always have. This has been a part of our life for years, so we'll miss it, but we'll get used to it too.
The Kermatis started hosting after their friends grew tired of camping each weekend and after he finally retired as a mill worker. They call the park their second home, but feel it's time to finally spend a summer at their first home in Longview. Pat says one of the most frequently asked questions is, where on Rife Lake do you go to catch fish? He always tells them, you gotta find them. Tacoma's top volunteers were recently recognized for their service at this year's City of Destiny Awards. Family, friends, and other like-minded volunteers joined together to celebrate the awardees, nominees, and their commitment to helping others in their communities. This year's ceremony highlighted 4 new categories, including a Mayor Special Recognition Award for Disability Advocate, an Individual Professional Award for Disability Advocate, an Education and Youth Development Award, and a Homeless Advocacy Award. Up next, we'll find out how high-tech trash compactors are helping keep a local business district clean and learn who won TPU's Haiku contest. Stay with us. The city's solid waste management is asking for residents and visitors' help to keep Tacoma clean. Megan Snow brings us more in this report.
The city recently replaced old trash cans along 6th Avenue with a new high-tech version that has the ability to notify the utility when it's full and ready for pickup.
The recycle side works on a sonar, so it tells us how high the level inside is, and the garbage side works on an electric eye, so when the garbage gets to a certain limit, the solar power compactor will go down, compress it, and then register how full the container is. So we set it at a threshold of about 60%. So when it hits that threshold, we come out and service it.
While the containers can compact trash and judge the levels of recycling using sonar, they can't help sort themselves, which is why staff is asking for people's help.
It's real easy to just drop your items in here for recycle, but the problem is we're having a lot of people throw their coffee cups in there full of coffee still, which contaminates the whole load. So instead of recycling it, we have to send a garbage truck out here to service it. The whole load has to go to the landfill, and that's unfortunate.
The containers, which are wrapped with artwork selected by the business district, are a distinct display of community pride in its businesses and character, as well as its commitment to having a clean and litter-free district. For Tacoma Report, I'm Megan Snow.
The containers are located along 6th Avenue and include several kiosks where recycling items such as newspaper and water bottles can be dropped off. Also accepted is trash, which includes coffee cups, food containers, wrappers, and dog poo. The summertime edition of Urban Green is airing now on TV Tacoma. Starting things off is a look at the efforts around keeping the Theophos waterway sparkling. The show will beat the heat with a trip to an all-natural ice cream maker and then take a trip on a trolley that spans downtown to Point Defiance. Closing things out will be a how-to on worm bins that turn yard and garden waste into reusable product. For a listing of air dates or to watch the latest episode and more, visit the Urban Green page. Adults who pay utility bills know the value of not wasting our valuable water resource. Tacoma Water has a unique way to get elementary school students thinking about the importance of using water wisely by sponsoring an annual haiku contest for 5th graders. This year's winner, chosen from 109 entries submitted by 10 schools, is Cecilia Tatlong Hari. She goes to Tacoma Grant Center for the Expressive Arts. The grand prize of a new bike and safety helmet was awarded at a recent Public Utility Board's meeting. Haiku is a form of Japanese poetry that uses 3 lines with specific numbers of syllables. Here is Cecilia's entry. Drip, drop into sink. Same melody every day. Why won't you conserve? Other finalists received passes to Wild Waves Water Park and a field trip to the Green River Watershed. Congratulations to Cecilia. For over 30 years, Ethnic Fest has brought Tacoma together in celebration of the many people and cultures that make up our community. The festival is held annually in historic Wright Park and features arts and crafts, music, and of course, food. Join the celebration on Saturday and Sunday, July 28th and 29th from noon to 7 p.m. For complete information, visit ethnicfest.org. And finally, a Tacoma summertime tradition returns this month. Pack up the family, lawn chairs, and a blanket for movies in the park under the stars. The Click mobile movie screen will be coming to 8 locations between now and August 18th for free, family-friendly outdoor entertainment. First up is a screening of the animated hit Coco on Friday, July 13th. It will be at Stewart Heights Park. On Friday, July 20th, Star Wars The Last Jedi will be shown at Furcrest Park. They're free and showings are at sunset. You can get the complete schedule on the clickcabletv.com website, stop by the office in the lobby of Tacoma Public Utilities, or hear about showings right here on Tacoma Report. That's all the time we have on this edition of Tacoma Report. A great way to find out about the services the City of Tacoma has to offer is by going to cityoftacoma.org. Until next time, I'm Angie Foster. Thanks for watching.